Hi friends, welcome to iSoft tutorial. We have started discussion of SDLC, that is software development lifecycle, and SDLC models. We already discussed some of the models in SDLC. Today we will discuss about prototype model. So I recommend you to watch the video of SDLC or SDLC models before proceeding to prototype model, because some of the steps are common, as I have already discussed in SDLC model or SDLC videos. Some of the steps are always common, or most of the steps are always common for each and every model that we will implement for SDLC. So please watch the previous videos to proceed before proceeding. So we will proceed with the prototype model of SDLC, that is software development life cycle. First of all, what is prototype? So prototype is any software prototype, or we will discuss about here software prototype. That software prototype is the small set of program that replicates the software that we want to develop. Software means the final product which our company wants to develop. So the software prototype is small set of functions or one small software that is replicating the complete system that we have to develop. So software prototyping refers to building software application prototypes. What is software prototype? It is the small prototype of software, small replica of the software. So what is software prototyping then? It is the process which refers to developing or building software application prototypes. So prototypes displays the functionality of the product, functionality or functionalities. Many functionalities can be there. Functionalities of the product under development means if we are developing a complete software, then the software under development can be replicated in small sets that are prototypes. So prototype displays the functionalities that we will include in the software that we are going to develop. But these are not the actual software to be developed, means these prototypes are not the actual software that we are going to develop. These are only replication of the actual software that we will develop. So it enables to understand customer requirements at an early stage of development. So when we are developing the software or developing the product, then to better understand the customer requirements, we may take help of prototype. First we will develop small replication of the software, then we will deliver it to customer gives us the feedback, and then we will modify our requirements, or we will study and modify our software according to the user requirements. So it enables to understand customer requirements at an early stage. So hence it is becoming very popular as a software development model. Why? Because at early stage we will get the customer requirements, or we will understand the customer requirements at early stage of development. Hence it is becoming very popular software as a software development model. It is very popular software development model. It helps get valuable feedback from the customer. It is the important benefit or advantage of prototyping model, that we will get feedback at each and every step while we are developing the software. Hence we will develop the actual software, or mostly we will develop the actual software which is to be provided, or which is to be ordered by the customer, It also helps software designers and developers to understand about what exactly it is expected from the product under development. Means the software designer or developer will understand what actual software is required for the development, or what we are going to develop. This will be understood very well by the software designer when we are developing the prototype. In each prototype we will add some functionality, and we will get better feedback. We will get the feedback from customer, and we will make the software better, and hence we will understand the requirements completely before proceeding to the development. Hence it also helps software designers and developer to understand about what we are actually developing. What is software prototyping then? So prototype, as we have already discussed, is a working model of software or replica of a software with some limited functionalities. Not complete functionalities will be provided. Some of the limited functionalities, some of the functionalities of the software will be provided in prototype. It also helps to understand the requirement which are user specific and not considered for development. Means we can better understand the requirements which we want to include in the software. Hence, it also helps to understand the requirement. Prototypes helps user to evaluate the requirements before development. So prototype helps user to evaluate the requirements before development. Means the customer feedback will be here. So prototypes will help the user to get understood to understand the requirements before development. If the requirements are not clear, then user can add more functionalities or more requirements in later stages of development. So prototype model will be look like this. There are two diagrams we will discuss. This is the first diagram that we will discuss. So first we will develop the prototype. At very early stage we will develop the prototype, then it is transferred to testing, then after testing it is delivered to customer, and then customer feedback will be taken from the customer. In the customer feedback, customer will add the functionality or remove the functionality or provide many feedback types there are there. So according to the feedback of customer, again we will refine the prototype, or directly we can discard the prototype if it is not useful, and we will consider the new prototype development. So either we can refine the prototype or we will again redevelop the new prototype. So this is simple method. So in next diagram what we have shown, so here you can see all the steps are common as we have discussed in SDLC. So requirement gathering, after requirement gathering, then we will build the prototype. So here we will build the prototype, and then that prototype will be delivered to customer. So after delivering it to customer, then here we have two subsections of the diagram: prototype development. In prototype development we will refine and redevelop the prototype until and unless it solves the problems of customer, or until and unless it solves the requirements of the customer. In second subsection it is iterative development. Iterative development means as soon as we get the complete working prototype, then we will develop this software by using iterative steps. So here are the steps that are common for all SDLC model. You can just read them and you can understand what they are actually meaning. So this diagram is very simple. First we will develop the prototype, then it will be delivered to customer. Again feedback will be taken, again we will repeat the process until and unless we will get the actual working prototype. After getting the complete requirements from the user, we can start development in iterative development phase, and we will go through these steps. These are SDLC steps, and at the end, after this SDLC step, we will get the complete working software. So next, what are types of software prototyping? There are different various types of software prototyping are available. We will focus two basic or two important types here. First is rapid throwaway prototyping. Sometimes it is also called as throwaway prototyping or rapid prototyping, or mostly rapid throwaway prototyping. So what is rapid throwaway prototyping? It is also called as rapid or close-ended prototyping. It uses very little efforts with minimum requirement analysis to build a prototype. Rapid throwaway prototype, what the developer will do? Developer will simply considers minimum requirements, and with that minimum requirements, prototype will be developed and it will be delivered to the customer, and after that the customer feedback will be taken from the customer. So very little efforts with minimum requirements, the prototype will be developed. This techniques offers a useful method of exploring ideas and getting customer feedback for each of them. What this technique will do? The method of exploring ideas and getting customer feedback for each of the prototype will be provided. Means at each of the development of prototype we will get the customer feedbacks. Then due to customer feedback at each stage, final prototype will be developed is of better quality. Means when first prototype is developed, then we will get customer feedback. Based on that we will update or redevelop second prototype. Again we will continue these steps until and unless the developed prototype is of better quality. At last we will get the prototype with all the requirements. Once the actual requirements are understood, the prototype is directly discarded and then the actual system is developed. Means after starting from first step, again second, again third, likewise we will develop the prototype, and at last we will get the final working prototype that will be discarded, and then we will develop the actual system. Hence it is called as throwaway prototyping or rapid throwaway prototyping, because we are starting the prototype with minimum requirements rapidly. Hence rapid prototyping, or mostly called as rapid throwaway prototyping. Next prototyping is evolutionary prototyping. As the name indicates, evolutionary prototyping. Evolutionary means we will evaluate the prototypes that we are developing, and we will modify the prototype in each step. So hence prototype developed initially is incrementally refined on the basis of customer feedbacks till it finally gets accepted. Means first we will study the requirements, then we will develop the prototype, then that prototype will be delivered to customer, then customer tested it, and we will get the customer feedback. So customer feedback is collected, and based on that customer feedback, next that developed prototype will be modified, and this step will be repeated until and unless we will get the final prototype which is containing all the requirements, which is satisfying all the requirements. In each iteration some of the requirements are considered. In each iteration some of the requirements are added or modified in the prototype. Then prototype developed will be considered for next prototype development. Means after developing first prototype, we will consider this first prototype and we will add some of the requirements and we will develop the next prototype. Again we will consider this prototype, again we will add some of the requirements and we will develop the third prototype. Likewise we will go incrementally, we will develop the prototypes until and unless we will get the last working prototype. At the end, well understood prototype will be developed. So this is evolutionary prototyping. Next, what are applications of prototype model? Most useful in development of systems having high level of user interaction. For example, online system have high level of user interaction. So in that type of system we will use the prototyping model. Next, it is used when requirements of the products are not clearly understood or unstable. Means when we don't have all the requirements at the starting, we have to start the development. So first we will develop the small prototype and then we will work on that prototype to convert it into final product. So this prototype will be converted into final product. Then it can also be used if requirements are changing quickly. Means if customer changes requirements repeatedly, then also we can use prototyping model, because we will not start the development of actual product until and unless all the requirements are considered. So what are advantages of this prototyping model? So this prototyping model advantages are: the customer get to see the partial product at the early stage. Customer will get to see the partial product at the early stage in the life cycle, software life cycle. Then new requirements can be easily considered, missing functionalities can be easily figured out and added into the prototype, and errors can be detected much earlier, thereby saving lot of effort and cost. What it means, when we are developing the prototype, then customer will get the early working product early in the life cycle of software development. Means we will deliver the first prototype to the customer at early stage of development. Then new requirements can be easily accommodated, means when user changes the requirements or user wants to add more functionalities, this can be considered for software development. Missing functionalities can be easily figured out, means whatever functionalities that are missing according to the customer feedback or according to the developer feedback, we will figure it out or we will find it out and we will update our prototype accordingly. Then errors can be detected much earlier, thereby saving efforts. Next, what are disadvantages? So simple disadvantages are costly, it is with respect to, so costly with respect to time as well as money. It is costly because it involves development of prototypes, repetitive development of prototypes, which is nothing but development of small software. So hence it is costly with respect to time as well as money. Then poor documentation due to continuously changing requirements. Definitely we cannot maintain the documentation clearly because requirements will be changed regularly. It is very difficult for the developer to accommodate all the changes demanded by the customer. So it is difficult for the developer to change the requirements in each prototype, and after seeing an early prototype, customer may demand product earlier. So customer will not wait for the software development to be completed. So these are disadvantages of the prototyping model or prototype model. So this is SDLC prototype model. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the iSoft Guide channel for more videos, and please hit like and comment what topics you want to be discussed in the videos, and if you have any problem, please discuss in the comment section. Thank you.